Leilani Mears. I have been working at PNC for just celebrated my 20 years, and now my current role is a QA manager. I manage quality engineers. So these are the folks that are testing software. We do all the testing for online banking and mobile banking. So if you have a PNC account, we make sure that when you go in to use your online banking or mobile banking, we make sure that those things are working well for you. We're not misrepresenting how much money you have in our bank. so that's the team I manage. When I was in high school, I was trying to figure out what to do, and because of my background as an Asian American, we were always expected to do either a doctor or an engineer. And I was terrified of hospitals, so I went with the engineering route. I went to University of Pittsburgh for electrical engineering. It was too tough, and I couldn't have a social life if I was going to go there, and I didn't want that. So I switched to major into information science. When I was going into tech, I was looking for a career that I would just be inside this cube and just code all day long, because I was still having problem with language barrier. Like I'm not a native English speaker, so I had this inferiority complex that I won't be able to speak and relate to my coworkers. So I just want to be left alone coding on some desk somewhere, right? What I found out is that I couldn't be that way. In order to be successful, you really have to say something and communicate. And yeah, it was terrifying, but the more I practiced, the more I get into it, the more it became easier. To me, the biggest challenge is the ever-changing technology. It's like trying to keep up. It just changes almost like every single day. There's always a new thing coming along. There's always something new to learn, and it's just constant. And now I think it's faster than before. How I overcome that is that I try to be, every day, to be open-minded. I try to keep the curiosity. I think that's the biggest. You have to always be curious and not afraid to change. Always have that desire to learn. Every interaction, every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. So you always want to be asking yourself, what can I do to learn more about this? I need to spend time to know more on this. Every time I go to meetings and I hear all kinds of terms that I've never heard of, I always have my pen and then I Google afterwards. I've just been Googling like right after meeting. There's so many terms that I'm Googling because I have no idea what they're talking about. But I mean, it's fine because I'm not afraid to say that I don't know the term, but I will take my time to learn it so that next time I come across that term or I come across that, whatever application or software they're talking about or solutions, I know it. In my time, back in the days, the field is mostly dominated by men, right? But that is now quickly changing. I believe that companies are now realizing that they need female engineers because half of the users are women. So they really need our input in designing and building the systems or the technologies, right? So it's very exciting to get into the field right now because they are saving seats for us at the table. Our opinions are being taken into considerations. They really want our opinions, and our voices are now being heard. I would say that, if you have a passion for solving problems, if you really love to provide solutions, if you love to build things, if you love to play video games, and if you think gadgets are cool, then I think, really seriously think about a career in STEM, because we need representations, right? Not just in gender, but also in race, because we're building solutions for everyone. Like we're going global, so we have to look at the audience and the users as all kinds of people.